Message to Saeed and the Straightjacket. That's to Mina, to Musa, and the rest of the Straightjacket podcast. I just want to say, hey, it's cold out here, people. Unfortunately, I'm working today. I'm at work. I'm just starting work right now. And I just wanted to send a message saying that unfortunately it's going to be the first, actually. Maybe the first or the second that I've ever missed. Straightjacket podcast is usually done on the Mondays. And today, unfortunately, I'm working. But I just wanted to say what I witnessed last night with my own eyes. It's not an Amorim anymore. That is coaching. That is Ineos Glazer coaching. Jason Wilcox, that's on Omar Barada, that's on Jim Glazer, that's on Joe Glazer, and everybody at the board and the football structure. That is who that is on. It's no longer about Amorim or about these players. Players don't put themselves on the football pitch. Players don't buy themselves. Players don't keep renewing their own contracts. Coaches don't bring themselves. Managers not hired by themselves. It's people who are responsible. But you know what? Majority of the United fan base are cowards. But so cowards will blame the person who's not in charge. That's what the cowardly factor is with Manchester United fans. And that's who we are as a fan base. So the cowards would run away from the real issue. How many more times does Amorim, does this young coaching staff, all of them have to prove to you in a year's football, in 11 months, Manchester United cannot manage a game. There's zero in-game management. And the players on the football pitch are woeful. I'm going to hope to be making a video later when I finish. Please tune in later on if you can. I'll be making a video about Bruno Fernandes's comment. And tomorrow, you'll get, I'll be dropping another video about, or in fact I might go live on Wednesday. That's what I will be doing on Wednesday. So people, I'm shadow banned, you know how it is, but keep the flags flying high for Palestine, for the Congo, for Sudan, for all the people who are oppressed worldwide, whether it's domestic or, or international or global. Love and light, people. I'm sorry I cannot be there. But yeah, it was the level of embarrassment. One question I've got for the audience: which was worse, last night or the Europa League final? Take it. And by the way, in a year, nothing has changed. We were in exactly the same position last season when we sacked Ten Hag. This is the football club that you support. Stop being cowards.
Yes, people, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to Saeed TV. We are here, man. The Straightjacket podcast is here. Musa and Flawless will be here as well soon. Mina might be able to make it. She's coming back, I think, from Brighton. She's doing some filming in Brighton. But we do have Shells. Shells, man. How are you, man? It's been a minute, man. I think we've not spoken in a while, man. How's life been, man? Life treating you well?
Bro, you know what it is, Saeed, yeah? International break was here. We've been on the 5-game unbeaten. You know what I mean? And I've just been lapping it up. I've been laughing at Liverpool. You know what I mean? I've just been mediating. Do you get it? Now, reality's hit. We forgot how bad our team was, bro. We forgot how bad our manager was. But listen, we're going to talk about it. Today is crazy. It's going to be crazy, innit? We don't have the usuals. Do you know what I mean? Shout out Nuruddin. Obviously, you saw his message. Shout out Minna as well. But yeah, man, big up for having me, bro. Big up for having me.
Come on, anytime, man. Anytime, man. Yeah, man. I'm still vexed. I can't lie to you guys, man. I'll be real with you, man. I want to share positivity, but there isn't positivity at the minute. You know what I mean? The first team with 10 men. Can we actually deep that? That's a record I don't think I would have ever thought that happened with Man United. Like, the first team to beat us with 10 men at Old Trafford. That is absolutely inexcusable. Bro, I was shocked when I see that stat. Let alone the fact that this is the first, win for Everton since 2014. And guess who was in the dugout in that day? It was David Moyes versus Everton. They were the ones that had Roberto Martinez as manager. And I think it was Oviedo that scored. Oviedo scored the goal, right? Yep. Now go forward to 10 years later. David Moyes has gotten the easiest easiest 3 points he'll ever get, bro. We had one chance, and that was Xerxes. Yeah, you could say Dorgu. You could say maybe Bruno skied it over the bar. But of notable kind of quality, that header when Pickford made a save, that's the only one when I've generally thought it was going in. I was like, whoa, what a save. But yet again, man, cowardly tactics, players. By the way, we're not. One thing we're not going to do on here is just bash the manager. We are going to speak about the players as well. But the override.
Going to speak about Ineos too, bro. Do you know what I mean?
And Ineos as well. Yeah, Ineos as well. But like, yesterday should have been a bank of 3 points. I don't care what anybody says. People can say I'm disrespecting Everton. No, I'm not disrespecting Everton. It's a right that I should be going to Old Trafford against Everton and expecting 3 points. It's a right. I should have that right. I should have that understanding that, yo, I'm coming into a game, Everton at home. Bro, we've got a record of 10 years on them. We should be winning.
By the way, David Moyes has never won away from home against a top 4 team up until today. A top 6.
Nah, that's not a right stat, man.
Bro, David Moyes has not won. Hey, Saeed, brother.
It can't be.
Saeed, I did my match reaction yesterday, and this is why I was crashing out. David Moyes has never won away from home apart from yesterday in the Big Six. It's his first win.
Oh my days, bro.
Like you said, the first time Manchester United have lost at Old Trafford with 10 men down, they had 10 men for 80 minutes, bro. 75 minutes.
Yeah. I don't know why that wasn't added to the stats situation. Why did they not add that? Why was that not added? I don't get it. Like, why was that not added? You know what I mean? It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy, man. Shout out to Moose in the building, but how are you feeling though, Charles? Like, we've been on this unbeaten run, a couple of wins, 2 draws, but really and truly, I haven't felt like satisfied. I haven't felt like things have changed. I feel like in terms of players, I'd be like Mbumo would be like, yo, he's carried us, da-da-da-da. You know what I mean? You know what? We're seeing maybe a few things from certain players. Casemiro's a little bit of rising form. You're seeing little bits and bobs. But the overriding feeling, though, Shells, yeah, has it been for you that Man United did turn a corner? Did feel like, you know, we're getting somewhere? Or did you feel like the way I felt was we're getting results despite the performances, despite what the bigger picture on how this is sustainable and whatnot?
Yeah, no, listen, I always had my doubts about the manager, but at the same time, I just felt there was an opportunity for Manchester United in it, especially in this league, because I'm not bigging up my team saying that United are good. I'm just looking at the rest of the Premier League. The rest of the Premier League are not good. And the Premier League is crying out for Manchester United to be good. This is the perfect opportunity for us, yeah? And we can't grab it with our hands. Like, we just can't grab it, bro. It's so out of reach. And that's because, like you said, even over the 5 games, the last 2 games, there were major red flags. Yeah, I was at the Brighton game, it looked good. You get it? And the Sunderland game, yes, it looked good, but the major red flags are still there. The Nottingham Forest was a major red flag. We just saw Tottenham, what Arsenal done to Tottenham, what Chelsea done to Tottenham. Yeah?
Yeah.
Long behold, Man United come. We have a good first half, a decent first half, and then second half, we sit back against Spurs. So the writing was on the wall for me. I just had the confidence that our team was better because we have better players in the forward lines. Now, yesterday, this is where I'm literally gobbed, bro. Like, I was so angry. You know me, I'm quite level-headed, right?
Yeah.
We had a man advantage for 80 minutes. In the Europa League final, yeah, because people say I'm reactionary or United fans reactionary. In the Europa League final, Manchester United were chasing a goal. We had 3 centre-backs on the pitch, 2 wing-backs. We ended with how many? 3 centre-backs, 2 wing-backs.
2 wing-backs.
Grimsby Town, another desperation situation. Okay? Well, I say desperation, not just losing, desperation, because it is. Yeah. Europa League was desperation, so was Grimsby. The same thing. 3 centre-backs, 2 wing-backs. Again, 10 men. 10 men. 3 centre-backs, 2 wing-backs. Stop telling me he made subs about the wing-backs and all this and he moved Ahmad. It's still like for like. Play. These men have Barry up front, Saeed. Barry.
I know. I don't rate him. I genuinely don't rate him, bro. Tieno Barry. Yeah, but yet he was allowed to knock a couple of situations off, allowed to control it and then move away. Bro, we made James Garner look like Xavi out there, bro.
But this is my point. This is my point, Saeed. He's doing the same things consistently. I'm not saying we've wanted a manager to come in and have his principles and have his identity. Cool. I don't have a problem with that. What I do have a problem with is your lack of in-game management and your lack of flexibility. I can't believe we've played 5 at the back, bro. I cannot believe. From the time Garner Gay got sent off and he clapped, my man, we should have had another midfielder on the pitch from then.
Yep.
Why do you need 3 centre-backs against 1 striker and they got 10 men? Bro, I couldn't believe it. Anyone...
But is it now believable? This is where now maybe we have to change our mindset.
Saeed,
we have to say, you know what? It is believable because it's Ruben Amorim. And that's what he believed. He said after Man City shells, he said, I won't change. He said, I won't change. It's his words, bro. After getting spanked by Man City, he said, I won't change. If you want to change, you have to change a coach. He said that.
Saeed, I'm not saying change your principles. I'm not. If you want to play
cool,
that's your thing. Cool. I'm not going to complain about that. However, you know what? I've seen managers down in the dumps. I've seen Slot. I've seen Frank. I've seen all of these managers. They have a backup. There's no way. I'm sorry. Forget the manager. Think about Manchester United principles now. Let's think about Manchester United's principles. Forget the manager. I'm not onto the manager because there's other people enabling it.
Yeah.
How... I've seen Ferguson play 4 strikers, bro, when they're chasing a goal. 4.
Yep.
4, bro. But we've got more defenders on the pitch than strikers when we're chasing a goal with 10 men. Yep. This is unbelievable. This is unbelievable. Please take it in. And I hear it. The match-going fans are completely different to the online fan base. I hear I've been there. I've been up to Old Trafford 3-4 times this season.
And they were booing yesterday. They were booing. You know, when they came round to us, You know, when they came round to us, bro, I swear down, bro. The whole of that East stand, as they're going up to the stairs, they told them, F off. What do you mean you're coming around to clap? They were booing, bro. And I was booing as well. I went, how dare you come around to do, thank you for your support. Get out of here, man. We want you to win the game, bro. Bro, you give us that feeling that, but how can I clap you off the pitch and you ain't even delivered any service? It's like a waiter. You know, you've ordered the food and she ain't even delivered the food to you to the table. But yeah, she's taken all your details. She said, what do you want? And then you haven't even brought the food. That's the whole point of a waiter. And we're the fans. We want to see goals. We pay season ticket. Bro, the guy next to me came from Texas, bro. How is man leaving before me? Musa and Shells. Deep down. I don't know how far away Texas is from Manchester. But he left before me. I even had to encourage him and say, yo, you might miss the goal. Nah, man, I got to go. He said, "Yeah, man, I gotta go." And I said, "What's more important that you came all over there?" But it's like, yo, he's seen it, bro. I was watching his facial expressions and I was like, "Yo, he don't look happy, man. Like he weren't responding back." You know what I said to him? I was talking about tactics and that, and he just went. He weren't responding to me.
As far as he's concerned, you're one of them. You're a Mancunian.
Can I say one more
one of them?
Can I say one more thing before you go? I have to get this off my chest as well. The fact that drawing this game would have been criminal. Okay, losing is unforgivable. But can I say why it's unforgivable? It's not because we lost the game, because it can happen. Do you know what I'm saying? 10 minutes can happen. However, Everton were comfortable, my dog. They were comfortable,
man.
Bro, they could have been there for another 90 minutes. United weren't scoring. I swear down, bro.
I agree.
It was comfortable. They had one chance. Man are getting on to Xerxes. The brother hasn't played in about 8 games.
Yeah.
Okay. This is the manager who doesn't utilize the squad. If you want to get onto Xerxes, that's cool, but put context behind it. I'm not saying Xerxes is a world beater, but I'm just saying manager puts players in the position to not succeed. A guy's been on the bench for 8 games and you expect him to go and play a full 90 and do the business. It's not going to happen. So if Manchester United shows something and was peppering off Everton's goal, cool. Again, none of that happened, Musa. But yeah, go ahead, man. Sorry.
Yeah.
Man,
what are you saying, bro? How you feeling, man?
Every time we do these predictions on the Mandem or any show that I do, no one's listening to me. I told you the last time we spoke when I just got back into the country, Everton resemble their manager. They dig deep and they fight. I said, Man United are going to have to play very well to get a win against Everton. And Faz went mad. What are you talking about? We need to play well. This is Everton. I said, brother, if I can't remember the last time a team had to play extraordinary to beat us.
Yeah.
Teams just play and then they beat us. So we have to play well to get our wins. If we don't play well to get our wins, we're in trouble. So when I look at the team that when I look at Amorim as a manager and as an individual, that when I go to the games and I watch him, he turns away from the game. He walks up and down. He's always like, he's shook. He doesn't want to look at penalties. He doesn't want to look when he thinks a goal come in. So if that's what the manager is pushing out there in terms of energy, our team's going to resemble that. So when I look at a lineup against Everton and Man United and I see what Everton's been doing in the last couple of games, I told man, we're in trouble. We're in trouble because the biggest issue we have is the midfield. Yes, they can have good games and they can look like they're doing well, and Casemiro, we could talk about, but we all know it's an issue. Not individually. I don't want to pull out a man individually and say, right, you're crap. Because we know even those individuals, if you put them in the right system and you put the right support around them, they can do better. Yeah. So a lot of people dislike Bruno Fernandes. But even the people that dislike Bruno, they still say, listen, put Bruno in the midfield three, the furthest up. He can still do something. He's not that bad. You know what I'm saying? Bruno can still pull off some type of assist, some type of goal, and do something. So, like, you're not even helping the players in the way you're lining them up and what's going on. But in terms of what's going on, I'm not surprised. Like, when a madman comes on a bus and starts slapping people, you don't ask why is he doing it. You just run.
You just run. Yeah, you're
so
right.
With Amorim, I know why. I don't need to know why he's doing what he's doing. I know he's mad. From the minute I know Amorim's mad, I don't need explanations. I just need to get rid.
Yeah. Look, this is our basically our average positions in the game, bro. Look at this, bro. This is against 10 men Everton, bro. No one is in the box. This is against 10 men Everton. And this is our average position. Look at the way we're so one-sided.
But one thing I was thinking yesterday, I was thinking, it's 10 men Everton. All the chances I can remember on goal from Zertsky were headers. Okay, why are they trying to cross the ball now?
Oh, that's another thing, bro. They never cross for Sesko. We've got a 6'5" guy. They never cross for Sesko.
Never.
But yet, all of a sudden, they're crossing.
They're crossing.
And I'm like, oh my God.
What's going on?
He even scored a headed goal for United. I think he scored one, I think.
Maybe one. He came close, but it wasn't the game for that.
And that's what I'm saying. You know what that reminded me of? Remember Fulham back in the day?
Yeah, I was just going to say that.
Bro, it reminded me of Fulham, bro. The cross. Bro, I seen Delict crossing. This is why I hate the system. We are asking a lot from our centre-backs. So when people are blaming Lenny Yoro, we're asking a lot from Lenny Yoro. I'm not excusing his performance, by the way, because he was poor. Yeah. What I'm saying to is, Lenny Yoro, for me, I've said it here, we're asking too much from the centre-backs. They've got to scan, they've got to pass, they've got to drive into space, they've got to be positionally aware of what's going around them. They've got to do too much.
Yeah, it was Marcel the other day. Man wants the centre-backs to be like flipping Busquets and Frankie de Jong. And Frankie de Jong playing centre-back. That's what he wants. Come out, scan it, drop a shoulder. Yeah, what are you talking about? Defend the ball. That's the end of it. Give it to the midfielders. Hold on, there's no one to give it to. Oh, Cass gets it. He tries a thing, but it's like the midfield's the problem, and it all goes back to the summer when we had the chance to get rid of Bruno Fernandes. Whether you like him, dislike him, the money was too much to say no. The money was too much. You rebuild your whole midfield, and if there was ever a time to start again and rebuild, it was now. Why rebuild the whole front three and then start playing games in the middle of the park?
Yeah, man. Because now that looks like it's crazy. You've rebuilt the whole front three, but then you don't have really. But the problem is, though, we go and get Elliot Anderson. I reckon we'd make Elliot Anderson look bad in this team, though. Am I lying?
No one survives in that two. You have to change the formation. You think Elliot's just going to survive playing next to Bruno? What are we doing here?
That's what I'm saying, bro. That's why I feel like for me, it's like, you know what? I think it was Carl Anker, he said it on the Athletic. It's like, why do we always look towards transfers to improve a team? Is this team not good enough to beat Everton at home? Does it need a transfer of 200 million to beat Everton? Now we are looking at money too much now. Why does it involve money? Where is the coaching? Everton had they had 3 of our former youth academy in their team.
Yeah.
Ghana was one of our guys that we all said isn't good enough for Man United. Yeah, let's ship him off to Everton, and everyone was cool. But yet he bossed the game.
Yeah,
he bossed the game. He bossed the midfield. So yeah, what we're saying it wasn't good enough. Wasn't deemed good enough. Michael Keane again that we said not good enough. Yet they were the better players.
I'm sick and tired. Wallahi billah, I am sick and tired of man telling me these players. How many times do we have to switch a squad of players to be told it's the players again? So we might as well just go buy, man.
Yeah,
because most of these man came in, in the last 18 months. But the mentality, what was Dilit's mentality before he came? Mazraoui, Euro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? What was all these man's mentalities before they come? They come to Man United, it's the players. So what are we doing? We're just going to cry and sing. Brother, the players get changed. They've been changed since we were speaking about the players with Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, then Eric Ten Hag, Jose Mourinho. They've been changed. Last 18 months, we have brought in a lot of players. A lot of them are lining up on the pitch. How can we, these players are not good enough, they'll let down the manager? They just walked in here. Certain man are thinking, hold on, I've only done one summer here. What are we doing here? Bro, I ain't got time for it. The setup is mad. The setup is mad.
That's the worst bit about it for
me.
And
I told man, it's going to make us disrespect players who've just walked through the door. We're going to start calling on Mbumo. We're going to start calling on...
It happened to Cunha and so many other players. We'll be like, yo, they're not good enough for Man United anymore. My problem is why is the manager, by the way, big up to Staffy in the building as well. Why is it though the manager won't change the system to go for it? What is it like? Does he believe that then I'm being, what's the word I'm looking for? If someone changes, then he looks like he's a weaker person. He looks like he's gave in to the media, to the fans, to everyone. So if we've got a stubborn guy that isn't willing to change, bro, then we're screwed long term. Forget in the short term. If this manager is to proceed for another year, bro, imagine for example, Man United all of a sudden made top 5 by this season, with this manager. Next season, when the stakes are higher, when we have more games, he gonna do the same things again. But we're not gonna clock onto that because we'll see short-term results. So I genuinely don't know, man. Why on earth did you not want to just take a defender off? But yet you want to dilly-dally around, play to Euro, delete. Sure. I'm telling you now, I need to find out the amount of touches our centre-backs had. I swear down, bro. They've got to be the highest in the team. The centre-backs, the touches that they had in the team. Surely.
Worst build-up in the league. Got the worst build-up in the league, bro. Honestly.
Man's playing a back 3 against 10 men. He's got 3 centre-backs there. What are you doing? You don't even take nobody off.
Going back to what you said, Saeed, no one's changing him to change the system. I get it. This is your system. However, 10 men.
Yeah.
10. You have to. You got numerical advantage if you put out the extra midfielder. We're playing 3 at the back against 1, and all we're doing is going side to side. Barry won every single draw against these 3 man anyway.
Bro.
What? This is amateur, bro. Anyone that's coached, even under 9s or you're coaching a team now, if something's not working, you've got a numerical advantage. Surely you take off a defender and you put a midfielder.
Man kicks Bruno deep. Doesn't he know? If you just throw Bruno up there.
Musa, and another thing, Cunha's injured. This is a perfect time to push Cunha and Sesko injured. This is perfect time to put Bruno in his natural position. Yet, the brother lines up in a number 8 again. How does that make sense?
It makes no sense. All of
and Boomer had 60 touches, yeah? Guess how much Luke Shaw had?
67.
Luke Shaw had 110 touches.
But
that's crazy. Your attackers, man. There you go, right there. Big up to Blaze Runner. Look at this.
Yeah.
You know what? If we had 11v11, I'd understand it because then they've got a low block and maybe the players are not getting the ball. I can understand that. But with 10 men, bro, I'm sorry. You cannot have
300 touches between the back 3.
What the hell, man?
300.
What is it? Is it a
And
competition?
you know what it is? It's not even good touches. Like, first of all, big up to you guys. Free
Yeah,
me
big
from
up,
the
man.
gulag. Saeed with these Kobe Mano minutes again.
Yeah, bro. Telling you.
Saeed be
Aye.
giving me the Kobe Mano treatment around there. But no, big up to the chat. You were spot on there, Shells. The fact that this game was a perfect opportunity. You know how sometimes like you don't want to look silly and go back on your word, but then like life just gives you a chance where like, all right, I can use this excuse now. Like
Yeah.
the football gods are giving you a chance right now to put Bruno back in the 10, say, you know what? I don't have Sesko. I don't have Cunha. I'm down on some attackers. We already know you don't rate Xerxes. Just be like, yeah. I'm putting Bruno back in the 10, and I'm actually gonna start Menu. I know you guys you were at the stadium side, and when they put these stats on the screen during the game, when Menu was coming on, they were saying this is the 12th game where Menu hasn't started in the United lineup yet. So he's yet to start any of our 12 games, which means all his
Wow.
appearances are off the bench. This was a chance for him to actually say, you know what, go ahead, I'm going to do that. The fact that I knew from the beginning, and I don't even like to do I told you so, but like I just knew from the beginning when I saw the lineup, it's just going to be more of the same. Because like, you know, what we say, the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again, expecting a different result. I already know that when we play certain games, when our wingbacks are Dorgu and Mazraoui, khalas, like I'm not attacking. I know I can't attack with these guys. I know when my midfield, once again, is a double pivot of Bruno and Casemiro, it's probably not the best pivot I could put. And it's just like, I looked at the chances that he had to change the lineup and he didn't. And once again, by the way, like the Spurs game, moving Ahmad from the right wing back, which has been clearly our best department this season, him and Mbumo, and he puts him in the left. And I'm like, you just don't learn. It's not even that you're stubborn. I think it's beyond being stubborn. I think he's stupid. Like, I'm sorry, bro. And you know what it is? I genuinely regret, even though I don't think I was wrong at the time, I genuinely regret ever saying, let's give this guy a chance. Because if I knew this guy was this much of a fool when it came to management, especially in the Premier League, I would have never backed this. Shells, you were talking about, you know what? We have 3 defenders and they're playing with 10 men and they only got 1 attacker in Barry. Take a defender off. You know what, bro? I'll go one worse. I'll say, you know what, Shells? Allow him to the 3 center backs because he loves that. Why are you 3 center backs, actual center backs? Look at Lenny Yora as an example every time. In the second half, Saeed, you were at the game.
Yeah.
How many times did you see Lenny Euro pick up the ball in the right hand side of the pitch? He was playing in like Kevin De Bruyne type of territory, and I'm looking at that and I'm like, I understand you don't want to get rid of the 3 center backs. At least put someone equivalent to a Shaw. Like you brought on Dallo. We don't like Dallo, right? But at least put Dallo there. Because we know he can cross the ball. And then the left-hand side could be another attacker. At least now you're guaranteed when you're playing 3 on paper center backs, at least 2 of them are fullbacks, which they're a little bit more comfortable going forward. They could cross the ball. It means that your wingbacks are actually attackers. Ahmad on one side, and I don't know who would have been on the left. Maybe push Mason Mount there, bring on what's his name, Manu, to be a little bit higher up the pitch. It's just like there's so much lack of like tactical flexibility with this guy that it's just like, to him, he's put himself in this situation where like I treat Bruno as the direct replacement for Manu. So if Bruno's on the pitch, I can't put Manu on the pitch. It doesn't matter if we're 10 men down. It doesn't matter we're playing Everton. It doesn't matter that we're at home. I'm still going to stick to these ideologies that I put up.
Yeah.
And this is why every game I watch, I'm not impressed. And it's just like, I feel like we're just not going nowhere. We're going to keep making the same mistakes time and time again. And the whole buzz, and I'm going to hand the mic to someone else because I've been waffling for too much. The whole 5 games undefeated thing, I feel like it was over-exaggerated. People were generally angry at me when I did my watch along. I didn't celebrate the last-minute Spurs draw because I said, how can I celebrate a draw when 10 minutes ago we were up 1-0? Like, I can't do that. Now that finally, and I'm happy, I'm not happy that we lost the game, but I'm happy that this performance that we put yesterday wasn't awarded with like a last minute bullshit winner. Because now we can finally talk about how in those 5 games, yes, we picked up results, but this whole idea that we were supposedly playing magical football and we improved and everything changed, nothing changed, and Alhamdulillah got exposed yesterday.
Yeah, I think sometimes this is the problem though. When you go on a run, right? What does it tell you? What are you seeing? Like your eyes can't, like, it doesn't lie to you guys, man. What you've been seeing, what you've been watching, yeah. Some of them are isolated wins in terms of performances and whatnot, but most of it, let's be honest, the performance at Tottenham, it was dire from both teams. Forest game, let's be honest, bro, we didn't really play well. It was a set piece goal, and then Ahmad's unbelievable strike. You know, the Brighton game was probably the most enjoyable one. That was the most enjoyable
This guy
game.
should be sacked immediately. Every time I think about this man, he needs to get sacked immediately. The brother said, "I'm scared that he was talking in an interview. He goes, I'm scared that we might go back to losing like we were before. So I'm not comfortable." What type of madness is that? How can you be sending out soldiers on the field, but your manager's shocked that you're going to lose and start flipping, going back to the old ways?
And he said like last season, and I'm like, bro, you mean before the 5 games that we just didn't win?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
What do you mean last season?
He goes, I feel afraid of returning to this feeling of last season. This is my biggest
game. He's a madman. How can you say that as Man United manager?
I sent you, by the way. Look on WhatsApp. I sent you something.
Okay.
I'm afraid. You're afraid of what, my brother? You've got Cunha, you've got flipping and Boomo, you got players there. You got players that's won Champions Leagues and everything in cast leaders. You got young up and coming talents that people wanted in Euro. You've got people there and you're afraid. What are you afraid of? Change your flipping ways, bro.
Do you know what it
We're
is?
going up against Everton, Everton. And I told man, you see when we look at the games, man said we got easy fixtures, we got a nice couple run of games.
Crazy.
Yeah, look at this chart site. This is us with less than 50% possession versus when we have over 50% possession. But every time we play a team that has more possession than us, we actually win. Because look at the left, we have 7, 5, and 3. And we're averaging 1.73 points per game. Whereas every time we dominate the game, we have 0.79. This is why Shada, I believe it was Nourdin and I believe it was Rance. A couple weeks ago, I was watching one of the Mendham talk. And I think Rance said he's not gonna overreact to these wins until he sees how we do against Forest. And I 100% agreed with him. My biggest worry was like the games that are not like the Liverpool game where we can be the underdog and just rely on 50-50s. What happens when we need to be set up in a way that we need to play football? We need more technicians on the pitch. Yesterday, we couldn't get out of our half in the just passing. That's why you were talking about all these passing sets between our center backs. We couldn't get out of our own half side, and we were just getting half pressed by a David Moyes team. It's because of the way that we're set up. Chelsea, you're absolutely right. I think we have the worst build-up in the league. And if I watch everyone in the Premier League, if I watched all the 5 divisions, 4 divisions, whatever, I'd argue that there's better teams than us when it comes to build-up.
Yeah.
5 wins in 24 games.
I'll tell you one better. 12 in 12 months.
12 in 12 months.
1 win per month. But this is the main.
That was my missus. And you only cooked me 12 proper good meals in 12 months. 12. We'll be calling up the mother-in-law, mate.
This is because you know what it is, yeah. What you got to remember, yeah. I was explaining this to a guy who came in, yeah. Another guy that was next to me. He came from Somerset, yeah, and I was telling him about the system, innit? Because you know some people when they watch it on TV, yeah, you might see what the TV wants to show you. So I was giving him tactical analysis here from the stand. So I said, watch, yeah. When United build up, yeah, we don't build up through the middle. So we won't play the ball forward through the middle. It will go out wide. Then it'll go back into the centre backs. Then it'll be lumped forward out to Dogu. Then they rely on the knockdown for then someone to link up with Ahmad. And then it goes to wherever it goes to. So that's where United are doing. And it's so predictable. You know what the matter thing is? It's so easy to shuffle side to side. The one ring we did it against Chelsea, yeah, we scored 2 goals from it. But that's if you don't get the fortune, yeah, in them, because when we scored them goals, where they were quick fire goals. You remember, like they were 2-0 bang, then Chelsea had to come out. But even then, when Chelsea got to grips here with the game and it went 10v10, they were the better team. They were, let's be honest. They were the better team. So I just feel like it's so easy to defend against, and we resort to long balls. It is long ball FC, and it's like, it's so tiring. Bro, you expect then, the probability now is that Xerxes has to win every header. Xerxes has to win every 50-50. You can't have that ideology of, yo, when I lump this ball forward, it has to stick to Xerxes, then it goes to Bruno. Bruno then has to be the one that creates now. There are so many kind of like things that need to fall for it to be a goal or a chance, let alone a goal. For United to create chances, there needs to be a lot of things to happen. Are you man hearing me? There needs to be, the left back has to be, the left wing back has to be here, the right wing back has to be there. Then you got to rely on their delivery. Mazraoui, I don't want to ever see right wing back. Please do not torture me with Mazraoui a wing back. I swear down, I've been saying it for a long time now. I don't know if you might have been hearing me.
No, but you know why though, Saeed? Because Mazraoui is similar to Dorgu when they're just good fullbacks.
I know.
That's what they are. You're trying to make them to be something that they're not. That's the issue that we're always going to have.
And this is the issue because, again, this is going against United's principles. You don't use the youth. Don't play with wingers. Do you know what I'm saying? Our attacking output is wing backs. We're getting Dorgu to be Rafael Leao and Rashford, and then we get onto him. This guy is not. It's crazy. If you look at the left hand side, please look at the left hand side. We had Shaw, Dorgu, and Ahmad. You got Ahmad playing as a 10 with his back to goal. It's not a 10, it's a left 10, so it's completely different. There's just so much imbalances. Like,
Charles, we had three left-footed players yesterday playing on that left-hand side.
How does that work?
Bro, put the names away. Forget who the names are. If I tell you 3 left-footed players are in the same areas, already you should know the angles, the passing, the movement, it just won't work. None of these guys can cut into his right. What are we doing there? How do you have no balance on one side?
Also, as well, like I said, you see Sir Alex Ferguson, if he had Lacey on the bench, you would have gave him 10 minutes.
Man.
What's the harm? What is the harm?
You're spot
I
on,
don't understand this, bro. I just don't get it.
Bro, we could have had what's his name on the bench? Chido Obi as well. Why was Chido Obi on the bench and Malacias?
How did Makeda all of these men make it? Because Ferguson just put him in, bro. Like, end of the day, if you look at, forget everything. Just look at the principles this guy is taken away from the club. That should be enough to go. This is not Man United.
What's going on for Ineos then? What's going on for Ineos? What are they doing?
Ineos are saying we follow the plan. You don't see Wilcox yet. I don't know why he came out.
Wilcox is an idiot, you know.
Yeah,
I ain't got time for Wilcox no more. I'm telling you, I see him out here, all this like flipping going to the games on the train, bubbly, brother. He's in it. They're all in it. You can't see that.
He's just a company man now. So he's
a company man. He's in a position that he's never held, and it's cushy. Exactly. They talk about it's hard to wake up in the morning with them velvet robes on. Once you get that big money, it's different. It's not the same.
It's different.
You know what I'm saying? Man wants to tell us about kitted out training pitches and training complex. Brother, what has that done for us? We won trophies with the old training complex.
Yeah.
What's the new one doing? What are we winning with it?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying to you, bro. What he did was he it's like almost like this club know what they're doing, you know. They planted a seed, dropped the podcast when we were in a good period, even though the reality was United weren't really doing much different to what they've been doing before. And then said, you know what, man, we believe in what we're trying to do, so stick with it, basically. And it's like, no, he won't talk now for another 6 months. You know what I mean? And that's it now. You've heard it. He said, the plan that Amorim's doing is actually not that bad. And you know what I see? Like, bro, we see the comments. Wilcox
Amorim will never prove us wrong. Not because we're not seeing something, is that the type of football that he's trying to play here is not going to work. He's trying to make 2 players in the midfield be so competitive and so combative in a league that's all about power and pace.
Yeah.
Is he mad? That's why he's going to lower sides and then we're getting bopped off the park and he's shocked. You're in the wrong league for that. You was in a league where it wasn't about power and pace. You've come in a league where man them learn how to run first before anything else, but that man are doing mad drills on running.
Yep.
So this thing that you think that you've clocked the game, man thinks he's got a cheat code. Guess what? If you can run the most, but like, brother, they've been doing it here. There's no cheat code. You're not going to get away with anything. So the reality is, no matter who he puts into the middle of the park, Anderson, Baleba, whatever, everyone's getting run through in that middle of the park.
Yeah,
no one's going to be able to sustain
so they had
it.
10 men yesterday. Iganagay got sent off, and they were still running through our midfield.
Of course.
It doesn't make a difference.
He makes us...
Dewsbury Hall was having a
nobody
field day.
got...
Because I always thought he was like decent, so I'm not going to take that goal
they're
away
decent
from him.
players. Everyone in the Premier League is decent.
Just look at the goal again, Musa. Go back and look at the goal. Look at the way he gets past Bruno with ease. And to be fair, I think Leniora should have defended better, but don't get me wrong. Look at just the state of the midfield. Look at the distance between Casemiro and Bruno. And look at Bruno's tackling. Like, and I'm not even mad at Bruno because like I just know that's not his ability. And this is why I keep saying,
no right being there. Like your six, the person that you've brought in as your six is meant to be making that tackle. Is it Ugarte, Casemiro, whoever you've got as the six, the tackling man that gets the job done, the last line of defense in the middle of the park? He's meant to be onto him there. But you got Bruno, your number 10, who sometimes plays false nine.
But even he's in disgrace, though, man. You know what I don't like about Bruno Fernandes, and I've said it for years, man. The lack of accountability from our captain is disgusting, man.
But one line, Saeed, you know
and Bumo. He's going mad at
I'm with you, Saeed, yeah, but you know what I said to you, Saeed? I remember when Bruno replaced Paul Pogba, and Pogba played deeper, and he played in a 10. And everybody was getting onto Pogba for misplacing certain balls in the middle of the park. And I said to you, this Bruno, in about 2-3 years, is going to be the new Pogba. Because he's going to get deeper in the middle of the park.
You did say that.
And it's going to be problematic. So we just got issues. Sometimes you got to move players on. We hold on to players for too long. We get rid of them too quick. The whole club's a shambles. And we talk about we got this new system. But Bruno Fernandes in any other club would have got sold. What is he doing there? It's not even about his ability side. He would have went on to do stuff. I'm not selling him
for this system. And I'm not the biggest Bruno fan. But like, I'll be honest, bro. The day I sacrifice Bruno, I'm not sacrificing him for this because I don't need to like Bruno to know that when he's higher up the pitch, he puts up numbers and we win games.
But the problem is the day you went and got Cunha, who can play in the middle of the park, can play in the 10, was the day you replaced Bruno Fernandes.
That was my issue. And we know he didn't do that. We know why. Because last year Bruno saved his ass. That February to March period where he was scoring almost every game. That's why he kept him. But you don't keep someone who scores goals to play him in the double pivot. I agree with you, Musa. But with the reason I'm defending Bruno here is because Bruno's given this club a lot more than Ruben Amorim has.
I like Bruno, but you know why I like?
But not for this. My biggest worry, and I know you guys saw the news this week, Musa, where they're talking about how next summer we're going to prioritize building the midfield. If we rebuild the midfield for this system, it's just finished, bro. It's cool.
But you know why I feel sorry for Bruno as well?
Because midfield for a guy who doesn't even care for midfields. So we're
the issue. What I feel like when I look at Bruno, when I look at Bruno's legacy, I like Bruno. I've always supported Bruno. I've always said he's a good player. I said he was world class. It's a different discussion. But I feel like cool. At the end of last season, where it's gone mad, and your bridges calling you out, Ronaldo, go play here, blah, blah, blah. I just thought it was a perfect time for him to say, no, it's a new start. I've done what I've done. I've won a couple trophies here. Let me go on and do something else and prove that I'm still a good player. But I just feel like him staying now, it's not going to get no better. Saeed, I said it. If we finish outside the top 8 again,
I didn't want to
2 years in a row, this is no longer a fluke. This is who we are.
I know. Yeah, that's what I'm worried about.
3 years in a row.
Yeah.
Outside the top 8, you're no longer. You're just a mid club. You're just a mid-table club now.
Happen this year. I'm not even thinking of that.
You have to accept it.
We must this year. While everybody's been that bad, Liverpool Football Club, notably as well. You cannot finish outside of the Champions League spot. I'm not having it. I'm not having Villa, Newcastle finish above us again. Tottenham. You know what I mean? You see how they rolled over for Arsenal? We're not allowing that, man.
Boom!
Let me get these super chat. Big up Abdaziz says, I told everyone in your chat and Rand's chat this weekend to cut the glow in. We have no right to mock rivals when we are this bad. Stay locked in our team and leave their empty banter. Big up saying in the chat, United fans mocking a rival is like laughing at someone because their wife cheated when your own wife has been unfaithful the entire marriage. Hammering out. Saeed, enjoy the atmosphere, bro. I have zero love for Amorim, Ineos, Glazers, and fans who enjoy the atmosphere. Amorim talks rubbish. Fans must show same attitude as 3 wins. Fans like him should abandon ship. Big up to Killis. He says, I got trust issues. Can't trust Amorim to manage, have courage. Can't trust our players to use their IQ. Can't trust United to get a good manager. No reward mediocrity with contacts and get proper players. Bad. Big up to Lewis. He says, Saeed, I don't get why you speak on Amorim. I don't want him sacked and I'm Amorim out, but we must start a war versus Ineos. We must fail with Ruben. Big up my filler arc says, meet me at the car park, random blonde lady. Bet. Big up Just Waffling said, now Amorim is saying in post-match that we're playing too many long balls. Man is not implementing any style, just coaching to save job. That's what, you know what? That is what he said before the press. Did you not see that, by the way? I can't believe no one even clocked onto this comment, bro. He said about, you know what, man, I'm going to have to play long ball, guys, man, because I really can't play through our midfield. Did you not see that, man?
Your midfield.
What
Who goes, listen, last game I went to was Brentford. I'm just seeing wingers on the ball. I said, I didn't come here to see wing backs on the ball, brother. I come here to see attacking players, midfielders that run the game, dictate it.
Here we go. Here's a quote, guys, man. This kind of flew over everyone's heads, you know, man. I was like, rah, this guy's all right. Is he all right, man? He said, you know, I think we started with that approach against Liverpool because, to tell you the truth, we struggled to keep possession. Once we managed it, we felt more confident. If you look at last year, one of our biggest problems was when losing the ball in our own half. I think we were the worst team in the league for that. So we are trying to analyze the team and improve every detail of our game. I also felt in the last two matches that we are kicking the ball long too often, and the opposition already knows that we are going to do that. We need to stay true to our playing and push them again. It's always about trying things against the opponent. But honestly, it's mainly about not losing possession near our box, because you can see we struggle when it comes to defending that area. So is it then lump it forward and then invite pressure again? Like, I don't get him, man. What, like, Shells, what's he trying to say here, though? Like, so let's not lose the ball here where we might, you know, lose a goal, but then let's lump it forward and then we're then destroying the midfield, because maybe what if Bruno Fernandes runs away and realizes, yo, we've got to push forward? It doesn't make sense.
I think that's us relying on Sesko being fit and winning second balls like we did against Liverpool. But like you said, winning second balls and all of that stuff, that comes down to, that stuff is not sustainable. Do you get it? That's not sustainable. We need to have a clear way of playing, and our clear way of playing currently right now is long balls. Doesn't make sense, bro. It doesn't make sense. And this is why I don't feel like this is going to work. It's just not going to work. I don't need...
Yo, big up, man.
People say we're reactionary, yeah? After a loss. Okay, cool. What about if I say to you, you're reactionary for getting giddy in those 5 games? It works both ways. It works both ways, bro. So
you
it's
can't
like...
say that. You're negative if you say that.
But it's the truth, Stuffy. Like, I watched 90 minutes yesterday. 90 minutes. I watched us in the Europa League final. I watched us against Grimsby Town in the same system that cannot create. There's no patterns of play. We've gone to 1 game a week. I need them in training. What's been happening in training? These men are strangers, bro. There's no relationships on the pitch apart from Ahmad and Mbomo. And if it ain't Ahmad or Mbomo, it's bust. We ain't got nothing. We ain't got nothing.
Facts.
More time on the training pitch was never going to do anything, Shells, because we already know the system is flawed.
And that's the problem, though. Every sport has a default setting. When things go left, you have to press default. Go back to what everyone is used to from academy level growing up, to what they've been taught through their whole career, to just get some familiarity going on again, to get some confidence going again. Don't try to come with this funny stuff like you were saying earlier, Saeed. Get the ball out to the wing backs, then bring it back to the centre of the park, then get it read up. There's no gymnastics in this thing. Football is straightforward. Stop trying to confuse the people and the masses. All of this new style. When was the last time a team won the Premier League and they had that less amount of control in the game in terms of the middle of the park? Or they won the league with just wing backs like that? And then let's look at the numbers. Let's look at the data. Who the heck are you, brother? You've just come in there. You're 40 years old. You're vice or second in command, 29, 30 years old. Like, none of you know what's going on. There's no OGs in the pitch. or within the coaching
How
staff.
dare you, man? Yeah,
And you're just here at Man United with hundreds of years of history, and you're just coming to tell us that this is how football should be played. And you're not prepared to go back to default setting. And then you have the cheek to say, well, I'm not changing, so change the manager. And then you got flipping Wilcox that comes out, no, he's doing well. He's doing well. Oh, my Lord. Noureddin told us, Noureddin warned us, and we didn't want to listen. This guy here is above him. It's above his pay grade.
If they do like trust him, like from an in-your standpoint of view, like it's like you're gonna be throwing a lot more money at you. You're gonna be losing money.
Well, Saeed, though, but it's not always though, Saeed. And this is what I was gonna say to people about the systems, the style of play. Listen, put all of that to bed. You can be one of the best boxing coaches in the world. If your fighter loses 2 or 3 fights, he's gonna start to think that there's an issue with the coach.
Yeah.
Like mentally, he's gonna think that you can't do the job. And you might have other fighters who are actually winning, but he's just then going to start thinking, you know what, maybe he's not doing enough with me. Maybe he's not putting in the extra hours with me. But in reality is that once someone loses confidence, McTominay doing those mad overhead kicks is just pure confidence.
Yeah.
It's confidence, brother. He's had ability, but if you don't have the confidence to just first touch, bang, hit the ball, first touch, everything first touch. Now you're playing with a team, and I said to you, Saeed, we will reap the madness of last year's sins. You cannot get tumped up in the league like we got tumped up last year and start the league and think that everyone's concussed now. They forgot about all that. They done some Men in Black thing, boom, boom. No one can't remember last. You think last year is in their head, bruv. They went to the final against Spurs. They got, players are just, and Amorim built that. And I told man, you gave him too much time last season without enough backing, especially in the January transfer window, to change the system enough for him to just get some momentum. You can't just lose after game after game after game, and then 2 months of flipping a summer holiday and a few new faces and think, yeah, we're going to start playing football again. No one is confident in what Amorim's doing, whether it's a system, whether it's not. But if players are not confident, you can't just switch that. This is why I say go back to a default setting. Go back to basics. Go back to what they understand.
A lot of individual man. But this is where I'm not even gonna lie to you, man. Like I'm like, yo, you know what, man? Like maybe I was a bit too harsh on Ollie in individual brilliance, because at least Ollie mastered the individual brilliance thing.
I am sorry for how I disrespected Ollie, Saeed. I don't care what anyone tells me, if it's just man's just looking back at history different, or the facts remain. You finished 3rd and 2nd.
No,
I'm
the
saying
difference
this
is Ollie
as point of view of like, you know what, like what's your art, what's your craft, like Amman has a
bang goals
about
and he terrorized City.
You know what I mean? Like that's that. All I want to know is that, can you crack a code? Can you like build something where you're good at? You could be the worst player in the world, yeah, but you could have something where you're good at. Like, you know what I mean? But like everyone's got like some sort of skill. Like, what's Amorim's skill? That's what I want to know. Like, what clicks for him?
Some people are good at being annoying. He's just good at being annoying. Some people are just good at it.
No, that's their thing. Bro, we've been here for a year now, man. Something has got to click. What is it? And it can't be just throw more money at it. More players are needed. We need specialists in
Manchester United does not need any more money spent on Amorim for us to finish top 4. We don't need any more money spent on the squad. If man think we need more money, we've lost them. We've lost the plot. We don't need to just buy another single player for us to finish top 4. If he can't coach his way out with the squad that he has now, just close the league, man. Just close it.
Do you know what it is as well? I gotta say one more thing about the system, is because it's like when you look at who's lining up and where people are lining up, it's just uncomfortable for everyone.
Yeah, I know.
He's a left back playing centre back. Ideally, he can play there because I've seen him play for England. Cool. You have Euro playing as a right centre back who's effectively a right back when Ahmad is playing. So you got him doing doggies on the right hand side. He's not a right back. Go into midfield. Bruno is not a number 8, out of position. Go to the left side. Dorgu is not a wing back. He's just not. I've seen him play for Denmark. He's a left back.
Yeah.
You go on the right hand side. Ahmad is not a wing back, but he's making it work because he's quality. You go up top. You got Ahmad playing left 10 as well. It's not a left 10. Playing behind the striker as a 10, playing left 10 and right 10 is completely different. Everyone's out of position.
Yeah, and boom.
What is going on? Everyone is out of position because we're shoehorning this formation.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, guys. It can't go on. It can't. It cannot. We go back to Ineos. These men are watching this now. You got the Ten Hag thing. You got the Ten Hag thing completely wrong. You just have to bro. You man got paid at the highest level. How can you watch that yesterday? Yesterday with 10 men at Old Trafford, never happened before. A numerical advantage for 80 minutes and you don't change nothing.
That's the worst thing. Yeah. And you know what it is? It never looked like Everton were in real danger. Let's be honest, bro. My thing is how they were able to get balls in between the lines to pass so easily. Like, that's what United have become. Like, we're easy to play against, bro. And it's like, once you get through Man United, it's like, in terms of like, once you know, like, you know what? It's like Michael Keane. He wasn't even pissed off that he got slapped. Man said, get off the pitch. Now, real talk, guys. He said, Ghana Gay, get off the pitch. We can win with 10 men. There was no, like, Pickford. They didn't even complain. Like, I would have been like, referee, whoa, relax, man. Yo, what are we doing here? Like, come on, man. Check the VAR tapes. Bro, they said, you know what, man, it's cool, man. We will do something in this game. We're good. And that there is damning, bro. Because I was thinking, right, let's go now. Let's go and get the 3-0.
These men represent their manager. These are the men that if you fight them, no matter how much times you punch them in their face, they're going to fight you for the whole 12 rounds. And they don't care if they lose. They're not giving up. They've got a different mentality. Everton have got a different mentality under David Moyes, and they're going to have that. They're going to lose some games, but they're going to fight. You're going to have to beat them playing well. I don't think they got out of third gear. I watched that game. I didn't see nothing special from Everton. They just played the game. And they just said, okay, let's see if you lot can break us down. Let's see if you can do something. United are finished, man, then. We got to accept it. We're going to finish outside the top 8.
No, I don't think that we should be wasting time, bro, because I look at the league, and you can call me crazy all you want, but it's like, I don't think it's a league where you can look and think there's teams that are clear of us. Maybe Arsenal, you know what I mean? But teams are beating each other. You know what I mean? You go in a little bit of a
mentally, Saeed, they're clear of us. You know, it's bare teams mentally, because the problem is this. In an Ollie setup like we're talking about, 4-3-3, I don't know, 4-2-3-1, if you put if we put the players in their right positions, there's more of a chance that their individual brilliance will win us games. But we're asking them to give us individual brilliance while they're still playing in the wrong positions. It's too much.
So this is why we can't criticize the players too much. I understand based on yesterday's game, sure, there's a lot to call out.
Yeah, I'm not onto the players at all. No, I'm not. I'm not disrespecting.
Exactly, I'm agreeing with you. But I love how you said that, because every manager should be given his players the best platform to succeed on. And if they don't perform, then that's much easier for us to call out the players. Shells just went through a list of all the players, and he couldn't be any more right. All these players, every time I watch the game, I see the players not being utilized to what they're good at. Mazraoui last season, there's a reason why we all liked him when he first came in, and then obviously the whole wingback thing happened. It's because when he was playing one of those center back positions, when he was playing fullback for Ten Hag, we saw what he was good at. Right now, every time I see him in right wing back, I already know. Wallahi, I'm not even joking. I go to the hookah bar 10 minutes from my house and I sit with these Moroccans. And I always talk to them about Moroccan players. They always told me about Mazraoui, like, yeah, he's a okay player. We like him. He's a decent fullback for us. No one ever gloats about him being one of the best. You know, he's like a not 1v1 demon. No one ever talks about that. This manager keeps looking at him. Imagine this. He takes Ahmed out of this position and he puts Mazraoui. If I ask any of you three, do you actually think Ahmed and Mazraoui are identical or somewhat close as players, you guys would automatically all just say no. You'd be like, no, I don't see the similarities. Two decent players in different positions. The fact that these are like for like substitutions for him, where he takes Ahmed out of this position and he puts him there, to me, that is mind-boggling. It means to me, I saw what's her name today, Saeed. Alice, what's her name? Alice Talks Football,
Alice
something like
football,
that.
Yeah, big up to her.
She put a tweet out and she said basically something about like how if Ten Hag had Ruben Amorim's talent ID, he would have done a lot better. And I just looked at that and I asked, I was like, what talent ID? The fact that he identifies players in this way and he looks at them, and we all know these are different players, but he thinks they're similar profiles to do the same job in the same system. That to me is the scariest thing, because I don't mind to look at some players. I'm like, you know what? Dorgo hasn't been a great signing. You know what? This player hasn't been a great signing. But when you're not using players that are their best abilities, I can't judge them fully like I want to. And this is why I said on this channel before, Saeed, and I'm going to say it again. Ruben Amorim, he's the guy, he lives by this analogy. You know when they say you can't judge a fish's ability by climbing a tree? Amorim will keep persisting until this fish climbs the tree. The fish is never going to climb a tree. You either put it in the water or go get a monkey to climb that fucking tree. But he's gonna keep saying the Pope won't change my mind. I will stick with my ideology. And every day he's gonna wake up that fish and say, "Fish, climb that tree." And it's never gonna happen. And this is why we look at us a year later. So I compared the Ipswich game a year ago to the Everton game yesterday. Ironically, both teams were wearing blue. And I promise you, if you can find any systematic differences or any tactical upgrades, just send them my way. I'll be like, you know what? You're right. I'm going to raise my hand. I'm going to say Amorim in. But if you can just find me anything, because if you compare the two games, it is the same exact way that we play football. And nothing is improved in 1 full year of coaching this team.
If Amorim is only built enough, is only good enough to be like something like, he would be like the Wolves manager. But wallahi, Wolves would have sacked him by now. Yeah, they would have sacked him.
But they sacked Vitor Pereira.
Wolves would have sacked him. He's only a Wolves manager. How he got into the United job is madness if we really think about it.
Because you know what it is, though? Is it because Ineos are just saying, you know what, man, we've got to do a patient game here. We're looking at Arteta. We're looking at all these managers here.
But
they've been given time. I'm just giving you devil's advocate.
Foundations, bro.
I know.
Foundations.
I'm just saying to you, I'm just trying to think of their logic, because obviously they don't really have logic. But I'm just assuming that are they looking at thinking, yo, we've sacked managers in the past. We don't want to start all over again, and we believe this storm will be some way. We'll get through. The
players are not comfortable. The manager knows they're not comfortable. Everyone can see they're not comfortable. It's not just about the players. It's because of what he's asking them to do in the system. Forget the formation. It's the system. What he's asking them to do in this setup.
I know.
People go on that we're complaining is the form. No, brother. It's what his demands are in this, because we've spoken about this already. We told about Palace and their demands in that same system. It's totally different to the demands that my man's putting on his team. And how much space is in the middle of the park. I don't see that space with flipping Palace. We're going to play them on the weekend. See if you see that space there like that for us to take advantage of. And that's the problem.
We don't beat these teams that don't give us space, Musa, but that's been my whole thing.
Yeah,
ever since we won that game against Brighton, and before that we beat Liverpool, and I forgot who the third team was. Every time we play teams that we can't bully in 50-50s, we don't win. Nottingham Forest are a very strong team, physically very strong. We couldn't bully them in their ground. They left with a draw. Spurs, the same thing. We couldn't bully them. We managed to get a draw last minute over a header. Last game, bro, I mean, we didn't even get into the game in details. Brother, I am playing long ball football. Listen to this. I'm playing long ball football against Michael Keane and Tarkowski. Put this in your mind. David Moyes. We all know David Moyes football. We all know how not to play against David Moyes. We are playing, we look like Stoke City, crossing the ball back and forth against Tarkowski and Michael Keane. I hate Tarkowski. The only time I went to Old Trafford, I watched Tarkowski, and we almost lost the game. We drew 2-2. I have PTSD of Tarkowski playing at Old Trafford. This guy goes against a big team like this, and we're playing long ball. It is not a coincidence, guys, that every time we play a team that we can't physically impose ourselves on, we don't win. And guess what? Musa, you're spot on. We got Palace next. You think we're going to physically impose ourselves on Palace? That's going to be, by the way, that is going to be 4 games in a row without a win. So now, let's, as Shell said, let's take away the statement that we were undefeated in 5, and let's talk about us being winless in 4. How is that going to sound when that just happened after the 5? And actually, by the way, the most embarrassing post I saw yesterday on the Premier League Twitter, the Twitter page, they posted saying Manchester United's undefeated streak comes to an end. It is 5 games. Our longest undefeated streak has been 5 games. Only 3 of them were wins. Wallahi, bro, it's embarrassing. It is actually coming.
Can I say just one more thing as well? Just going off the point of the stat as well that you put up in terms of teams that we have bigger possession against. Yeah? Our next 10 games are teams that we're going to have more possession. Our next 10 games are teams that we're going to have more of the ball than they are. It's trouble.
Look at the amount of L's, by the way, in this graphic.
This is crazy, man.
Wallahi, this is insane.
WLL, WLLL, draw, WLWL, L, draw, W, draw, WL, draw, LL, draw, LLL, WL, draw, WL, WL. Triple W and then triple double draw.
Look at the L, the one in the second in the second row, the one in the middle. It's LD, LLD, LLW, LD. How did we survive, by the way, that period? Like, we should have been on suicide watch. That was in Europa League. That was 1 win in 11. How did we actually survive that period?
What happened was he kept saying, "Oh, I don't care about the Europa League." Then he goes, "I care about the Premier League," and then he said, "I care about the Europa League." You know what I mean? And then obviously this season, like I said to you, this season for me, like the last, I could say, I'm big up to Forest in the chat, man. But I could say that now, Forest. I don't know if they've been beaten in the last couple of games. I could talk about West Ham being unbeaten in 3. Like, does that go far? Does that mean they survived? Like, now the narrative is, right, United were unbeaten in 5. Now, no wins in 3. Is it? No wins in 3?
Yeah, that's 2 points out of our last 9.
That was you wanted to say. So now so now it's like we're on the same level of points in Liverpool. But yeah, they've been in a crisis. How the hell has that happened, man? We haven't even taken advantage of Liverpool's demise.
That's what I'm saying. I got Liverpool man sending me videos.
7 points.
Liverpool are saying to me, "Why did you laugh?" And I'm saying, "Yo, I laugh because you're shit." And
actually, I got Liverpool. I got my boy sending me videos. Liverpool, he knows who he is if he's watching. He's mocking me. He's mocking me. Oh, yeah, that's shocking, you know. After they got topped up, they can still mock us.
But you know what it is here? I feel like, we get taken advantage of. But like we're not the ones to take the advantage. You get it? Like we don't take the initiative to say, "Yo, Liverpool, yo, you man are not even pat and drop." Man City, yo, you know what? You man, bro, Chelsea are now 5 points ahead of us. But yet Chelsea the other day,
brother, Villa. I thought Villa was down and out. What's Villa doing top 4? I thought they were down and out.
Musa, they won like 5 in a row. You know that, and no one talked about it because just no one.
5 in a row. Yeah, someone told me that they were down and out. I remember Ty mocking the manager, saying this and that.
Ty was been.
You know, before the Liverpool lost, they won 5 in a row, and then they lost to Liverpool. But they won 5 in a row, and they started the season horrendously. They didn't score for like the first 3 games of the season.
That's what I remember. They were down and out, and now all of a sudden they're chilling.
By the way, Everton with that win went on level 1 points with us. By the way,
hey,
Everton with that win just went level.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. Match week 5. Yeah, Aston Villa were we're in 18th with 3 points. Now match week 12, 7 games later, they're now on 21 points.
Do you know what's the craziest thing about this as well? Yeah, we owe the Premier League goals again.
No, we're on 0.
19 and scored 19. Why are we in debt again?
It can't be.
But you know what people saying to this? Yeah,
no, we're on 0. We don't owe anyone anything.
We can't even get past I can't get past the Aston Villa thing. Is that a lot of people say that they don't want Aston Villa's manager at Man United, but I'm thinking to myself, in terms of what they've achieved in the last couple seasons, that would have been good for us because we're in problems.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, that's it. There you go, right there. Even Tottenham would even take advantage of that as well. By the way, but Tottenham.
Wait, so they lost to Liverpool and then they won 2 more. So that's 7 wins in their last 8. That is insane, bro.
7 wins in the last 8. Yeah.
Imagine Faz
Yeah,
if
that's
Amorim had
madness.
7 and 8.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Imagine Faz tie. Oh my lord.
Faz
Them
would be
two
running naked to Old Trafford right now, asking for apologies.
Man, you know what? This one here, like when Chelsea lost to Sunderland, yeah, and Man United fans were saying, "Oh, look at us, we beat Sunderland," and I was like, you know what, man, like, but then no, Chelsea are 5 points ahead of us. I'm like, how is this possible, guys? You see what I mean about the draws, guys? Draws are awful. Then when you lose, this is why I say to the United fan base, this is why I'm like, you never ever take any sort of grace and bro, like unless you've come from 2-0 down, yeah, which we haven't done, by the way, then you can look at draws and say, you know what, them draws were amazing. But I'm sorry, when you look at the context of the game, when you now draw twice and then you lose the third one, that is horrendous now. Because that means you've only got, 2 points out of 7 you just said there? That's mad.
That's equivalent to more than 2 losses, basically.
Yeah, basically. Whereas other teams have got a couple of losses, but then they've got the win, and then they're ahead of us.
Yeah.
I'd rather win 1 and lose 2 than to draw 3. Because 3 looks like it's undefeated, but you picked up the same amount of points technically. So
doesn't help.
Draws. Oh my god! But
draws
because
lose people the league.
But the problem is though, because last year was that bad, being undefeated holds more weight. It signifies that Man United are on a good run. But then when you kind of go into it and you deep dive into it, okay, you beat Liverpool, you beat Brighton, you beat, I don't know who else we beat after that. It might be Sunderland. But then when you draw the last 2 games, but then you realize the performances aren't picking up here, then you lose, and then it shocks you that the Everton one, because it was a shock to these Man United players. Yeah. You shocked, and then now you're almost like, when you're in the boxing ring, you get that punch, Musa. Now you don't know how to react. You're like, shit. Do I attack? Do I stay? Do I just say, call it quits? Now it's like against Crystal Palace, who, by the way, have a game on Thursday. They play Strasbourg. They should be tired because they play on Thursday, 12 o'clock.
No one's tired for Man United. No one's tired for us. When Man United come to town, no one ain't tired for man. Man's got energy for that. They
should be, though. They should be tired. Crystal Palace, on Sunday, they should be tired. They're playing at the Premier League have shafted Crystal Palace. They're going to France on the Thursday night. They probably won't get back to their houses, let's say Friday morning, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock. Yeah. They'll go back to their gaffs. They probably have a rest day on that Friday. They probably got a train on a Saturday. Then they got to play Sunday, 12 o'clock.
12 o'clock Sunday.
There's barely any rest, any time to train or whatnot. United have a full week.
And I think I'm down to that game. I don't know what I'm setting myself up for.
I wouldn't go anywhere. Saeed, I told them I'm not coming to Manchester no more. I was telling you.
I hate you, man. I don't blame you, bro. I don't blame you.
Yeah,
Wallahi, bro. I gotta figure out those vacation days to use them somewhere else now. Because I'm not coming, bro. I almost paid so much money to come watch this.
But that's what you said. Mostly, you're right in terms of you are what your manager shows you in it. Because if that was the case, they'd be rallied up to be like, "Yo, Palace have had a game."
They're not. Man United's not on that side. I keep on saying to everybody, I don't know who's going to score our goals. And everyone says to me this, and I say because we don't have a style of play that guarantees us shots on target, like a certain type. Like, I don't know who's going to score our goals. I keep on getting told, Mbumo. Yeah, that's individual brilliance. But I just don't know how we're going to get these goals. And the only type of fluidity that I saw in this team that was creating chances for us was Ahmad and Mbumo on that right side. But my man's now chosen to forget all of that. Let me start again. Yeah, he's allergic to patterns of play. He's like, there's a pattern over there. Let's chop this up. Let's start again. And now, like I say again, it's easy for me to say, Mbumo might score, but I'm just saying it without no real conviction. Like, I don't really believe it. I just don't know. You know what I'm saying? I'm waiting for an individual goal, and I'm tired of this individual stuff, man. When are we going to get to the point where Man United are just being coached to score goals? We're set up.
You know what's crazy, Musa? He always talks about how much he loves Mason Mount. And I think we can all agree he started the season somewhat well.
Mason Mount.
If yesterday with all these injuries, he would have put Mason Mount in the 11, we all would have said like, all right, makes sense. I mean, no Cunha, no Sesko. Of course he's going to play him. For the sake of you keeping Ahmad on that right next to Mbumo, yeah, sure. I'd do that if it means I'd play him out if it means you're going to keep Ahmad next to Mbumo. And then he said, nah, fuck all that. The fact, bro, and listen, I'm not a big fan of Xerxes, but I also feel like people are a little bit harsh on him. The guy hasn't played in like 8 games. Like, there's no way they're ever going to be match sharp when you're getting 5 minutes of the bench every here and there. To give him a whole start when he hasn't been playing, I've seen Xerxes be a lot better than this. The fact that he couldn't get a first touch
but he got on a lot of goals.
He got on. It was rust.
But he got on the end of a lot of goals. But he did get on the end of a lot of balls. I was surprised the amount of times he actually worked the keeper with crosses. But like we were saying earlier, when we've had Sesko on, there's been no crosses in the
but that was desperation settings to me, Musa, because we were already down. They came into the second half, and we know how David Moyes is going to set up, especially 1-0 up and 10 men down. They just let us have the ball, and they knew they're going to keep crossing, but they're going to win every aerial duel. He did get a couple headers. That's good for him. But let's be honest, bro. This is not what we wanted him in the team for. We always think that when Xerxes is in the team, he's someone who can get on the ball and get people around him involved. When he tried to do that in the first half, there was nothing going on. The second half, sure. I mean, he's 6'4". I would hope at 6'4", you would win a couple headers. But that's the bare minimum. Like, it just wasn't anything impressive. He brought on Menu, and that's one thing I wanted to call out, and I forgot about this. This guy only brings on Menu, by the way, when we need a goal. I don't think Menu has ever come on the pitch.
Cowardly though, Stuffy. He only did that here to get the fans brownie points, bro. I don't buy into this Menu.
I agree, Saeed. I'm saying, like, I don't think Menu has ever gotten the opportunity this season to come onto the pitch. And like, the game is in our control. We're 1-0 up, or I started the game. It's always come on and we need a goal. Come on and we need a goal. Like, it's such a chaotic nature to play in. And it's just like, I don't understand how people would enjoy that or how players would enjoy that. He creates, because of the way that he sets up and the way we always can see goals, it's just like, I feel like we always know it's going to be a scrap. Like, today I'm going to have to fight for my life at some point. I don't know when, but it's going to come at some point. And then like people like Bruno, I feel like because he's so chaotic by nature anyways, he's not the captain that like would calm everyone down. You know, like when you can see the goal and the captain starts to relax and we're like, guys, calm and relax. I think Bruno, by nature, he already plays like he's 1-0 down and it's still 0-0. He plays like he's 1-0 down. And then we concede and it just becomes so chaotic. It's just kick the ball forward, launch it forward, long balls. Ahmad starts losing his shit. Cunha starts losing his shit. Everyone starts losing his shit. And I'm like, this is the tone that you set up for this team. It's just like, this is, you always coach us into this situation. And I'm expecting people like, what's his name, Menu to come on. And now in a chaotic nature where we're chasing the game or we can't draw, at least, that's the best circumstance to come in. I'm expecting him to do something. It's never normal, calm settings for the players to come in and actually like find their feet in the game. You know what I'm saying?
100%, and I said that earlier in the show, Staffy. You can't expect Xerxes to be bagging bare goals when he guys hasn't started for over like 200 days. You know what I mean?
Like, football.
Like it's crazy, bro. And then going back to Kobe Manu, it's like, why is it that we're looking at Kobe Manu to bag us goals all the time? This guy is not like, yes, he's bagged important goals, but that's not his main game.
No.
Even like he's a striker, like go and save, and then people say he's been playing shit. Bro, he gets 20 minutes when we're in losing situations. When the club, when we look at the mentality of our players as it is, you just mentioned Bruno. When something goes wrong at United on the pitch, look at the way we play. Just look at the way we play. I ain't got to say anything else. Just look at the way we play.
Yeah,
the players lose their head. Then you expect Kobe to come in, who's hasn't had the flow of the game, to do something in 20 minutes when our players' heads are gone and we're 1-0 down. Then the people say, "Oh, Kobe shouldn't be playing." Doesn't work.
That's
like
why
that.
I said shows he doesn't give the players the platform to succeed on. I will gladly criticize someone like Emeno if he comes on and doesn't play well. If I feel like if the game is going well, everyone is ticking, we're winning the game comfortably, we're controlling the midfield, we're barely if the game is going our way and then Meno comes on and he starts misplacing passes, he starts giving away the ball, he starts making the wrong decisions, I'll be like, hold on, you just interrupted our rhythm. The game has been good. You came in and you're not imposing what you could do on the pitch. You actually made us regress a little bit. That is not the situation I see with him. he comes on, as you said, it's always, we treat him like, remember how Fergie used to treat Chicharito and Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, like these players that come off the bench just to score us a goal? He's a midfielder, bro. How the fuck am I always bringing on a midfielder when I'm chasing the game? How? Like, who do we think he is, bro? Like, he's not a prime goal scorer. Every time we bring him on is we're chasing the game. And people look at him and like, oh, see, this is why Manu hype. This is why the manager doesn't play him. Oh, he's lazy. Oh, he doesn't run around. Bro, the game becomes a basketball game. We're just going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Are you guys complaining? It's never a successful platform for him to come on and succeed in.
By the way, big up to MUFC, CMB, MPB, should I say. There was some news about Joao Gomes. Apparently, this is hotting up a little bit. I don't know if you, man, watch him. Plays for Wolves in the midfield. You know what I mean? It's another player that, again, I'm not gonna lie to you, his qualities are more off the ball than on the ball.
No, he's good, Saeed. I like him a lot.
I don't rate him. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Is he Brazilian or Portuguese?
Saeed, yeah, cool.
Brazilian,
in terms of what he does on the pitch, and his profiles on 8, how different is he to Neves at PSG?
Neves is better on the ball though.
Nah, come off it, Saeed,
bro.
man.
It's true though, man. And Neves is better on the ball.
I watch Neves. Listen, I watch this guy on the ball and I watch Neves, and I see the attributes. They're very good technically on receiving and releasing the ball and having good engines, and they can sometimes find themselves in the final third and get you goals. But they're steady what they give you. That these are the type of players that give you 8 out of 10 every game, and they play at a good level. And once upon a time, that wasn't good enough for us when we used to watch football back in the olden days. But now a player that turns up and gives you 8 out of 10 game in, game out, and you know what you're getting with him is good. But not in an Amorim situation. That's my thing.
But that's what I'm saying. You want to fork out 40 million for this player, and then when we go...
he's not the problem, though. What I was going to say to you, if like PSG had an injury to Neves and they got this guy to step in, they wouldn't get Ugarte. Forget that. That's why they got rid of him. And they got this guy to step in until
that's what I'm factoring in. You're getting a player to come into an environment, which he then has to perform in. I'm looking at him at Wolves, and even though they play a similar system to us, but I'm like, this guy coming into what we need to do, it's like it's waste of a purchase in 40 million. I don't think
he's bad. No, I don't think he's bad for the price. I'm just thinking about the next manager coming in. Because I know.
Is he going to play him? Is he going to play him in a 4-3-3?
Because I know. Listen, Ugarte's gone, Casemiro's gone, Bruno's gone. We need like, you see the days of just having a good 11. Them days are done. Arsenal showing you that you need man who are good enough to test the other person that's on that pitch, or if he's good enough to come in and hold his position. Because I think for too long at United we've been caught up with where does he play? Where does he play, brother? The question I want to ask: can he play? If the answer is yes, he can play, then cool. How much is he? All right, cool. Then he has to earn his position within all of that. Because we might be looking at him and he thinks to himself, I'm better than Kobe. I'm better than that midfielder that you got. And he comes and he plays. And I just think I've seen enough from him. And I think he's one of the better deals in the league that people will look down at. But City will go and get him. And he'll just do a massive job at City. And everyone will be like, rah, yeah, he was always showing glimpses at Wolves and blah, blah, blah. The issue is, which I agree with you, is his Amorim and the setup.
Yeah.
So he might look mad, but he's not bad.
Yeah, but that's what I'm talking about.
You know what it is? We're thinking about Walton, Anderson. Brother, they're for 80 million, these men are going to look just as bad. No one is coming to save us. Nobody. You have to swim back to the... Listen, the ship has sunk. You can see the ocean. Forget this life vest that you're holding on to, Saeed. Swim back. No one is saving United, you know. Nobody is saving us. I don't think people understand.
Look at the profiles, by the way, that we're linked with, Saeed. This guy, Elliot Anderson, Conor Gallagher. It's a bunch of players that are just all off the ball. Everything is off the ball, bro. I can't remember the last time.
I do think Anderson's got quality on it, though. Anderson's a quality player on the ball.
Yeah, quality player. My problem is, the guys, I'm not excited about transfers, man. I haven't got the transfer dopamine anymore. I'll be real with you guys, man. Like transfers now, I feel empty about him. Yeah, I mean, I can say, bring Elliot Anderson to the football club. I can say Wharton, bring him. I can say all these players, bring him. But really and truly, bro, I'm seeing a struggle against Everton at home, bro. And I'm like, is it a case of bringing Elliot Anderson for 100 million for us to be like, yo, let's beat him? Like, it's really, really, like, really pissing me off because it's like...
He won't pick us over Newcastle. That's the first thing. That Anderson kid won't pick United over Newcastle.
Boy.
He was full start of Newcastle. He's Newcastle. He was Newcastle. And that was because my man's deal fell through. What's his name? That was Gordon.
Yeah.
Because they thought that Gordon was going to Liverpool, was going to balance everything. So he's Newcastle through and through. If they come back in for him, he's going home. Man United should stop begging it. Stop begging other people's youth prospects, brother. Build your own. Stop playing games. Yeah, you see a next man's player and you want to start getting excited. And this time here, you got a man like Amorim who doesn't watch the game. He looks away from the game all the time. You go watch the game and just watch this manager. He's always got his back turned. He doesn't want to see none of the action. He's shook, and it just goes onto the pitch. Players sometimes look to him at the pitch, and when they look, he's not even looking. He's looking the other way as well. It's mad.
Yeah. So has this really discouraged you guys for top 4, top 5? Do you think it's discouraged you guys? Be honest. Like, do you look at it and still think United, if this manager is still here, can get top 5?
No.
You know, and play Champions League football?
No. Nothing with this manager. He's a bottom tier manager. Unfortunately, he's generally a bottom tier manager. Like when we talk about some of the worst managers in the league, he's in that list.
We have to accept that
bottom 5 managers in the league. He has to be there.
Do you know what? Do you know what it is? Yeah, I was going off the basis that other team are shit, but then I had to watch my team again. I just watched my team 10 men break down Everton. So why should
How happy were you that we were playing on Monday? I had a magnificent weekend. Knowing that we can't lose on the
same, man.
I told man, you know what Man United do? I keep on telling man, we watch someone get beat up, but the person that got beat up can beat us up. We can't laugh at him, brother. The people that's getting beat up, they can definitely beat us up.
League as a trap, man. You know, they said Monday Night Football. You know, so what you're gonna do? Yeah, you're gonna laugh all weekend, get excited all weekend, yeah, and then realize, yo, when you lot play, then you're finished, basically. That is nasty what the Premier League have done. It's actually
There's nowhere to hide. There's nowhere to hide. Every op has got a Man United fan on speed dial, waiting. They're just waiting for the first goal to go in. And then hey, we're finished, you know.
So let me ask you guys this. What happens when and if we lose to Crystal Palace on Sunday?
Man told me he's not getting sacked, so I've just given up.
I think it'll be for me, best case scenario would be a draw. I don't see United winning.
So stop talking about draws. Just say we're going to lose. Stop saying anything other than a loss. So that if we get a draw or win, you might feel better about yourself. Stop setting yourself up, you know. We've lost. I don't mind being wrong.
We just said with what Saeed have just said about Crystal Palace and their scheduling, they're going to have hardly any rest between this game.
No rest.
And it won't matter, bro. Who did we play when he said we were tired against a couple games ago? Oh, Spurs. Remember he said we were tired. And then, but Spurs had a game in midweek. They played in the Champions League. And we had a week off. And we were tired. Brother, what do you mean we're tired? You told me you want us to have a no Champions League and no Europa League. So you can have more time with these players on the pitch. You said it's good for us that we have no Europe. And tell me we're tired. What kind of excuse is that?
Is Mateta fit? Is Mateta fit?
Yeah, but I think their team is majority fit. I think
we're finished, man. I don't need to hear more.
Remember the last time they put 4 past us and we didn't sack Ten Hag? All I'm saying is, Ineos, learn from your mistakes. Well, listen, bro.
Yeah, I remember that one. That was crazy.
We're playing on Sunday, right? Wallahi, bro, I'm not even joking. I had a fortune cookie today. And look what it says. I don't know if you guys can read it. It says, a long-awaited dream will happen to you this Sunday. Wallahi, I'm not even joking. Look.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Blurry.
I think for me, yeah.
If that dream is Amorim getting sacked, then I'm gonna go to the Chinese spot that I bought this fortune cookie from, and I'm gonna order like every day, bro. Like that's it. Like I need this guy done on Sunday if we lose.
Yeah.
No more. He ain't got nowhere, man. Forget about that. Don't trust me. Amorim's here to the end of the season. Like he said to you, you can get your cookies.
You better get sacked. I'm like, bro, how much more are we gonna continue?
Listen,
I know. That's why I'm not getting excited about
Amorim said it. Amorim said you can call the Pope, call the Ghostbusters, call whoever you want. I'm not going anywhere. He said he's not changing his formation.
Man. That's why I feel like for me, I'm not like as much as I'm going mad on that and whatnot, but I'm not expecting him to get sacked, bro. I'm not. You know what I mean? It is what it is.
He's not going anywhere. I've accepted it. He's here for the whole season, and the license will be back.
Time though. We're just wasting the season then.
Because what's the cutoff point?
We're all saying that we're not getting top 4 and that, not getting anything. Then what are we doing?
Side. Then what's the cutoff point?
End of the season.
And I think it'll be end of the season where if you will get.
Remember, he's got what? At the end of the season, he's got 12 months left on his contract, or 11. Can I
say one thing before I leave quickly? Yeah.
Yeah.
Sports in general, even NBA, as you know, Staffy, it's about windows. Manchester United have the perfect chance, the perfect window to get back into the top 5. Yeah, with a good manager.
Yeah.
Because our squad and looking at the other teams, they're not that good either. We have a window to get in there. Manchester United are going to enable this and miss this window if we keep this manager in this for the rest of the season. 100%. If he loses against Palace, the writing's on the wall. It should have been the writing's on the wall time ago. If he loses against Palace, surely, what else would it take? But that's gonna leave it as that. It's about windows. The Premier League is begging for Manchester United to get back into the top 4 and be a serious club. Are Ineos gonna pull the trigger or not? And I'm going to leave it as that. Big up for having me.
Yeah, big up, man. Big up, Shells. We're going to redirect to Shells soon. Motion with Sports. They got streaming literally about a couple of minutes now. So we are going to be
Smash them likes.
Yeah, big up my guy, man. Shells, we'll be with you soon, man. So big up to you, bro. Love Shells, yeah. A couple of super chats came in. Saeed, world champ here. Go watch the interview after Lyon game. Listen to his answer. Fan base hates on Manu and Xerxes, but rates Mount, who has got 3 goals in 3 seasons. Mason Mount he's actually a useful footballer. Guys, I'm not even lying to you.
Mason Mount, seasons. It's scary business.
60 million, number 7.
60 million, number 7.
You know, sometimes I feel like, you know what, the fan base, you know me, I cook Rashford a lot, but bro, you know the fan base here, they cook Rashford, but then there's no energy for Mason Mount.
Of course there ain't. This is why I refuse to. This is why a man will start saying that I'm Wakanda forever when I back Rashford and Onana and them man there. And I just say because
Onana's nasty, by the way. Guys liking tweets and that. You see them? You see that, Staffy? He liked the Premier League post of Everton beating. I was like, that's.
Shout out to my goalkeeper Onana. Onana's got that. Onana said he's coming back to fight for his rightful place at United.
By the way, I don't get why people are cooking Le Mans, man. Why is everyone onto Le Mans, bro? These people need to relax.
To be fair, he should have done better with that. He got a hand on it.
Better, but people need to relax with the Le Mans, man. But he barely done anything. It's like, what will happen now is the smallest things will annoy people, and that's what's going to happen now. The smallest things here will annoy people. I'm telling you now.
It's like the same thing happened with Sesko. Remember Sesko the game before? Everyone was like, "Oh, Sesko this, Sesko that." You know, I'm actually glad that yesterday we didn't play well in that terms, because if let's just say Xerxes would have bagged, people would have been like, "See, it was Sesko the issue." We just don't create chances. Yeah, I'm glad that people saw it for what it was yesterday. It's not just who the individual is. Everyone thought Sesko was the problem. Look, we put another striker in. Other than a couple crosses when we were desperate in the last 30 minutes of the game, we've created nothing, bro.
But the one thing that Xerxes is gonna,
issues at the end.
One of the things that I realized that Xerxes is going to do, and I said Sesko needs to take a leap out. He's going to get involved in the game more. So if you look at the amount of touches he had compared to what Sesko will have, he just forces it, because if you're a number 9, like you said, you're not going to get no service. If you stay up there and you don't drop deep and try to get yourself involved and just forget what the manager's telling you, you're going to suffer, bro.
Yeah.
You have to find a way out.
I don't know, man. I don't know what the solution is. I don't know what the answer is, man. You get me? Certain man are going to have to show up tomorrow on the Mandem talk. Certain man are going to have to show up and speak up, because, boy, you know what I mean? I'm seeing that Faz and whatever. I seen Marseille yesterday, and you know what? He was quite humble about it, but it's guys like Faz, man.
You guys need to take Faz to what do you guys call it? Trafford Square?
I'm not letting Ty get away with this. Ty sits on the fence too much.
Yeah, he's
Saeed, what's the place in Metro? What's it called? Trafford Square, whatever it is?
Yeah.
You guys need to take Faz there. You and Noureddin, and you guys need to give him some like 20 public lashes. for his apology tour.
That man needs to go to
pay for
Speaker's
what he said,
Corner
bro.
and explain themselves. They need to start going Speaker's Corner and explaining
That's what
themselves.
I'm telling you, Musa. They need to take him to Trafford Square, tie him up, him and Nuruddin, and just give him like public lashes until he apologizes for what he said. Because that was crazy, bro. The apology tour he was doing. Nah, none of
crazy,
that,
isn't it? It's crazy, man. Yeah, man.
He said we were going to beat Everton 4-1. He was excited when the red card. When the red card came, I see the group chat going mad. Man start moonwalking. I said, I don't know. What do you think?
Tweet yesterday during the game when we were losing. He said, "There's more to life than football."
Yeah, man.
I'm not even joking. Wallahi. He said, "I enjoy life outside of football."
Listen, people, we're gonna wrap it up here, man. Guys, I don't know how many likes we're on here, but I don't think it's enough, man.
It's Champions League today. Is there Champions League today?
Yeah, Champions League now. Barcelona, Chelsea, man.
Chelsea, Barca.
Yeah, let's cleanse ourselves with that, man. At least that's gonna be a good game, man. But you lot in the chat, man, like the video, man. Like we've been here, what, hour and a bit, man. Just hit the like button, man. You moving like Ineos right now, and Ten Hag. Sorry, Amorim.
No man, they're tight.
Come on, man. Like the video, people, man, and subscribe to the channel if you're new. Big up Musa, man. He's not really gone back to the channel yet because really and truly,
I'm under pressure. And my editor's gone, but I'm about to do a new setup. My setup's gonna start coming like. I don't know. I need a new setup. Maybe like Clue or Bouncer.
Yeah. What are we doing here? Come on.
What are we doing here? You know what I'm saying?
That's what Amorim needs. What are we doing here? You know what I'm saying?
I think Bouncer needs to call out Amorim. He needs to do a full-blown video on Amorim.
24 hours, bro.
24 hours.
Listen,
24 hours.
Big up Staffy as well, man. Big up Staffy for pulling up, man.
No, big up, bro. Listen, shout out to the atmosphere. Make sure you guys, when you go to the game, enjoy the atmosphere. Don't care about the win. Don't care about anything else. I'm telling you, man, if that lady was foreign, if she was international, American, we would have never heard the end of it. This is a match-going fan, by the way.
You know, today I've been in around the house, man, and I've been hearing like, relax. You know,
I couldn't believe it, bro.
I've been hearing it, man. I feel like she's in the room, bro. I'm just like, yo, like, bro, like, how dare you, bro? You come into my party, yeah? Come to my area, and then what's the thing is, she doesn't just get up. She's one of them, you know, when they're wrong and strong. So she hears me and says, yo, please, like, what do you mean relax? And then she stays and annoys me even more.
No, I don't know.
No. You got the whole Old Trafford, go and explore, have a day out. Why are you here?
That's what it is. That's what it is. She's like, I think she's like my missus. She's a supporter, but not a full-blown one. If we lose 2-1, my missus will be like, at least you scored. I look, you know, one of them ones. At least you scored. Man. You just want to go mad.
I don't know, man, because she was clearly there to annoy me, man.
Nah, she was there for the atmosphere, like she said. She came for a day out. She saw the pitch. She saw the players in real life. And she's going home, and that's it.
But you know what it is, Musa? It's the match-going fans that always say that the international fans, the tourists, don't get it. But then you're sitting there and telling someone who's angry after a loss, "Oh, just enjoy the atmosphere." Come on, man, what are we doing here? And what set me was right after that. There was the guys that were singing, and you could clearly tell they're drunk. They're just drunk, and they're singing like Christmas jingles and shit. I'm like, bro, we just lost 1-0 to Everton, and y'all singing.
Said jingles. Man was singing jingles.
Bro, they were singing. Go back, Musa. I'm not even joking. Wallahi, watch the video again. As Saeed is about to walk away and he's angry, you just hear the drunk guys in the back just singing. I'm like, bro, there's no way, bro. These are the guys that supposedly get it. Come on.
A couple of my brothers drove up from London, man, and I told them that drive home was scary. I just thought about it. Driving up from London. I
wouldn't shot anyone.
Yeah, you get back 2 o'clock in the morning. 3 o'clock in the morning after a game like that, and you lost to flipping Everton. No way.
Yeah. But listen, people, we're going to redirect to Motion Sports. Go over to their channel right now, Saeed TV Raid. I'll be back in about 40 minutes for the Champions League games. And let's see with some football, man. Lamine Yamal, Esteval. I need to just cleanse from last night. Like, genuinely, like, I'm right now, like, it's got to a point now where...
Don't hate watch, Saeed. Remember that. Don't hate watch. Don't hate watch. That's what you're going to be doing.
Yeah, don't hate watch, of course, man. You get me? Don't hate watch, man. All of them, man. But yeah, people, subscribe to everyone's channels here, and I'll see you in about half an hour, people. Peace.